I want to contrast the president's repeated statements about Nordstrom with the lack of comments about some other things, including, for example, the attack on Quebec Mosque and other similar environments. Why is the president, when he chooses to...
Do you know, hold on, before, because you just brought that up, I literally stand at this podium and opened a briefing a couple days ago about the president expressing his condolences. I literally opened the briefing about it. So for you to sit there and say, I know, so why are you asking why he didn't do it when I literally stood here and did it?
Statement.
I don't understand what you're asking.
Kellyanne's comment were about that the president doesn't have time to tweet about everything.
Right.
He's tweeting about this.
Right.
He's not tweeting about something else.
I came out here and actually spoke about it and said the president spoke.
The president's time.
What are you, you're equating me addressing the nation here and a tweet? I mean, that's the silliest thing I've ever heard. Okay, this is silly. Okay, next.
Attack on people,
okay.
and you're equating
Thank you.
the
You've
language
asked your
here.
question. Thank you.
Does that not diminish the
Thank you.
language that you're using?
Go ahead.
Thank you, Phil.
In other words, the president will continue to speak like this.
Of course he will. The president's going to speak his mind. It goes back to Thomas Jefferson, that presidents have commented on judicial nominees. I mean, the idea of one branch talking about or commenting on another branch is as old as our republic. So I don't know why, and I find it interesting when President Obama criticized the Supreme Court for its Citizens United comments in the State of the Union. There wasn't a similar concern about that. And there's the idea that this is a
so-called judge portion.
I get it. I mean,
Personal
look,
attack.
but at some point, it seems like there is clearly a double standard when it's how this is applied. When President Obama did it, there was no concern from this briefing room. When he does it, it's a ton of outrage. Why isn't he? He is free to speak his mind. Where has this outrage been for the last 100 years? There has been
the Obama administration or any previous administration. I'm talking about this president.
I understand, and the
this
president
White
has
House.
part of the reason the president got elected is because he speaks his mind. He doesn't hold it back. He's authentic, and he's not going to sit back. I think when he feels very passionately about something as much as the executive order, he was doing it to make sure Americans were safe. The order, the U.S. Code is crystal clear on this. I think I've read it for like 3 days in a row. And it can't be any clearer how much authority it gives the president to do what he can to keep it safe. He's concerned that he's doing what he can to keep this country safe, and there's been a lot of activity to stand in the way. So I'm not sure how many more times I can read the code to you, but 8 U.S. Code 1182.
Me talking about it is not how the judicial process works.
Thank you. You've asked the question now 8 times.
One more, I'd like to ask you, one more about a different set of comments that have been
I
made.
understand. Thank you. Go ahead.
About a different set of
Go ahead.
comments that are-
Your answer about the context
Yeah.
doesn't make sense when you think about what Senator Ben Sasse said today and this morning on TV. He said that he asked Judge Gorsuch specifically about the president's so-called judge tweet, and in response,
Phil, this is like the fourth time I've asked an answer.
No, but this is a different context, Sean.
I understand that, Phil. I've asked
directly about the
I understand that, and I've said exactly what Senator Ayotte said about it. I don't know how many times you can ask. Yeah,
It was only about
I understand. Thank you. Yeah.